Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Workshop Podcast. I'm your host, Jacqueline Diath, founder of DIY Tribe and retail store owner at Homeworks, etc. Today on the show, we'll be hearing from DIY Tribe member Lasma, owner of Rustic Chalk Decor, to learn how she's experiencing more freedom with her business and how she's structuring her workshops in her Kelowna, BC location. It's amazing to see how she's changing her perspective on DIY workshops and how she is now running her business. Hear her story about how she is now experiencing more freedom than in the past 6 years when she first started. She has some great tips to share with running her business, promoting events, and hiring staff.
So hello, Lasma. Welcome. Super excited to chat with you today.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Lasma. I always like to introduce myself, and I always start my workshops this way. Hi, my name is Lasma. Easy to remember as Plasma without P. Because it's not a name you usually hear, so it's actually fun because it always makes people feel more comfortable at the beginning of workshops right away.
Yeah.
So I'm originally from Latvia. That's a small country in Eastern Europe, and lived in Canada now 6.5 years. As a married Canadian, and we actually lived there for 3 years, and now it's been 6.5 years in Canada, and I have 3 boys, 9, 7, and 2, and
So where's your store located now?
So I live in Kelowna. West Kelowna, and then my store is in Kelowna, and I opened it, the studio, a year and a half ago, June 2000. Was it 18? 17. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I know time goes by so fast, doesn't it?
Yeah. And, but I've been doing workshops for basically, just over 6 years already. But I took.
And is that in Kelowna you've been doing that?
Yeah. So what I used to do before I opened the shop is, because I have a small home with small kids, and I didn't have the opportunity to go out and work, but I really needed to get something and do something for myself. And so that's where I first so my business name is Rustic Chalk Decor, and it's not really representing what I do right now, but it's how I started. And I guess like 6 years ago, but just before Christmas, I decided to make a bunch of stuff out of chalkboard. So chalkboard door hangings and chalkboards. And after Christmas, I decided to start teaching how to make different things, and started to do it in my home. And then once I did that, I thought, oh my goodness, that's so many tools and so many things to invest. So I decided to just stick with sign painting. And so basically business grew from there. I did mostly home parties, not in my home, but other people's homes. So I was able to travel around all Okanagan, so different communities. So I had a big client group, so because I was mobile.
Yeah.
And so then I took the step to open up a studio and start offering different kind of classes with more space, and always have like supplies here. And that's where I found Fusion mineral paint, and things have grown since.
Totally. And that's actually how we met, right?
Yes.
That's what we have in common.
Yeah. So
Do you want to share with everyone how we met?
Yeah, so we had the Fusion mineral paint mini retreat at Jacqueline's store, Homeworks, etc. And it was amazing. Hope we do it again, because it's been so like business changing for me. Even though my workshops were running good before, I felt like I was working so hard for it, and I always had to like repeat everything and repeat the write-ups, and I had to explain my staff like what they need to do, and there's nothing written out, and it was just, I felt like I'm taking so much time repeating myself.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the reason why we had the West Coast retreat was because of that, because there's so many of us creatives who are in the paint industry, but there's so much more than just painting, isn't it? There's like so many business aspects of running a business, whether you're retail or not, that it's just so nice to gather together and just learn from each other and see what's working and what's not in our businesses so that we can all grow, right?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. So
Yeah.
And
Cool.
then I joined DIY Tribe.
So let's talk about 2018 for you. So, I mean, we're just January 2019 now. So tell me what was working really, really well in your business for 2018.
So first of all, was the Fusion Mineral Paint retreat that was, and the DIY Tribe that I joined. So those gave me like a base of like where to start, because you can get like business coaches, but then no one actually knows how to properly do it in your industry. So it's very general, but this is very specific. And just to have those specific steps of like, so main things that worked really well for me was I hired staff. So I only hired as much as I can afford. So the agreement with my staff is they can come and teach the workshop. So I have them scheduled for a certain day. So let's say on Thursdays we'll have Jen. On Tuesdays we'll have other Jen. And then on Saturdays we have Tara. And then, but the agreement is like, if there is no a workshop book, then you don't work. So, and that way I felt like I'm not risking financially with a lot of money, especially when I'm starting. And it works for everyone. I let them week in advance know if there's nothing booked, but I didn't have to constantly keep texting people like, are you available this weekend? And then keep calling the client. Anyways, other thing that worked was consistent hours. So, I used to just be open in my store once a week and then just come in evenings, but circumstances changed within our lives, and I was able to actually work full-time, sort of full-time, had set hours in my store, and it's only 10 to 2 because that's what I can do. It's kids at home and school, and it works. And
you know what's so good to hear about that is that the reminder that this is your business.
Yes.
So you can structure your business to work for you.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't have to be like what all the retailers do. It's what works for you in your business, because structuring it around your lifestyle is so important, so important. So I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, so that works great for me. And then, like I said, hiring great staff. That's another learning experience. And
those are two huge undertakings right there.
Mm-hmm.
And what has that allowed you to do by hiring the staff and knowing that you've got some support in your business?
So what I loved about hiring staff is that I don't have to go every single evening out and teach classes. So what I do is I mostly work in a shop and I manage business, but my workshop instructors mostly do the evening workshops, and I only teach once a week, other than other circumstances. But it's been so good, and I've been able to spend with family and kids and husband. And also take time and really work on new project ideas rather than keep repeating the old stuff. And that was amazing for this year. I felt like every time I had a new workshop, the workshops were like sold out, and then it sort of went downhill. So I just retired. Like, let's say the class, it didn't sell as well anymore, but don't be scared. I guess that's an advice. Don't be scared to like let go of some classes if they're not working. And then also we started a drop-in project. So I started with one project where I had prepared designs for sign painting, and I just came in anytime during the shop hours and worked on it. And now I expanded. They can do most of the projects that take between 1 and 2 hours. And it's been great. So many people don't want to do things in the evening, and it's been this extra income during the day when I'm here. So I actually get paid for being here.
Yay! Which is the goal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. And so what did you do? What changes did you make to help you achieve all of this?
So one thing I did was do like you were teaching, write down all the instructions and like really have everything on a paper so that it's not just in my head and I don't have to constantly repeat myself. So I had a write-up of instructions, how the instructors, what they need to say at each class, and then so they can look back and relearn, or I could keep going back when I'm doing like staff meetings, I keep going back to what they need to remember to tell at the class. Mm-hmm. And then other thing, I find childcare because I wasn't able to get out of the house before, and now I can. And then I did lots of Insta stories, and they've been great to bring in, just get people inspired and see how easy it is to make these projects.
Yeah.
And just to really get to know me and because I represent, I guess, the business. And I think when people come, they like feel like they know me. And
isn't that weird? I think that's the weirdest thing when customers come in your store and they're like, oh, so how did that project go? I saw you just painted your chalkboard wall. Let me see.
Yes. And like, how did the bathroom reno turn out?
How did you know that? Oh, I know. But those are the things that are so important, because that's how you gain connection with your customers and grow that know, like, and trust factor. So Insta stories is amazing for that. That's
Another
great.
thing I do is actually delegate one of my employees responsible for this, but do all the events that we have. We post it on Castanet, so that's our local news site, or Kelowna Now, or whatever local, whatever people post events, and it's free. And so even we post all the drop-in sign painting, because then every day, if they look at the event, they'll see our name. So it's been bringing in lots and lots of new clients actually here for the first time.
Yeah, that's actually an awesome tip, because all local newspapers have an online presence where you can post your events for free. So yeah. So,
and then I think those are like
the main
things. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's and I don't want to undermine the simplicity of it, but sometimes it is just the simple, easy things that can make a huge impact in your business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So posting your events on those free online websites, right?
Yeah. And of course, Facebook as well. That's like another thing. I think those should be done if you're not doing it.
Facebook events is a must. Yes. Agree. So those are great strides that you made in 2018. Are there any lessons that you could give our readers to avoid that may have been pitfalls for you in 2018? Things that perhaps didn't go so well that we could learn from?
But what I felt like before Christmas, the years before, was because I wasn't organized, I had to like keep texting each month. There had each instructors was, are you available then and then? And it was just like talking with my client and talking with my staff. So I did have some staff, but I had hired more. So I was over prepared, and I felt like I could keep going after Christmas. I felt like I could just keep running the workshops and don't feel exhausted or run out, or where I just like want to quit everything. One thing maybe didn't work well was private events that used to work very good for me the years before, especially the home parties that I still offer. So I don't really know exactly why. Maybe because we have more projects that we're in the studio. Mm-hmm. So I will look into it and see how we can promote those events more.
Right. And maybe that's just an evolution in your business as well, right? Where your services are just changing.
Yeah.
And perhaps people are looking to venture out a little bit more instead of you going into their homes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I still want to look into it and see what we can improve and how we can get a little bit more. And other things is, when you're hiring staff, maybe do a better job. So I have great staff, but I also have hired people on spot and then regret the next day. And because I felt like, they're nice, and then I just don't have a piece about it. And maybe do really sleep on it. I guess that's my suggestion, is don't run into it just because you had this one great conversation with them. Maybe do a little bit of research on Facebook. Maybe do contact the, what do you call those?
The references?
References. Call. And so I definitely learned from that experience this year. And so I don't think I'll do that again. So hire, like Jacqueline taught us, hire staff slowly. So that
well, I think that's the thing too, is we get so excited to get help in our business. Now I'm speaking from my experience that you get so excited that there's like potential for help in your business that you just want to like jump on it. But there is a right fit for your business. So whether it's like the vision that you have for your business or the mission that you're, all up for, and that they value the same things that you value. So I guess staff don't necessarily have to have the creative training background, but definitely have to be a good fit. So I agree, like being able to just close the interview and just say, thank you very much for your time, and we'll get back to you regardless of if you think they're a fit or not.
Yes. So I think that's my biggest lesson from 2019.
Awesome. Great tip. So 2019, what do you have in store for Rustic Chalk Decor?
So a few new things that I want to try is, first of all, plan my calendar maybe 3 months ahead of time. So it's not like 2 weeks before next month and I'm like, I don't know, what should I do this month? And it's just something that I keep putting aside, where if I had it just written it out, have my project samples made, and it would just give peace of mind. Also what I want to try to do is go on these craft fairs, at least couple before Christmas. Don't necessarily sell stuff because I don't really offer that much like things for sale other than fusion paint, but really get the word out and just tell people about workshops, and maybe have like a sign up there, or just let people know about me, and that they don't have to necessarily just buy the stuff that people sell. Come and make it.
Yeah, so, fun.
I'm always scared because then you have to set up booth and do all the prep work, but I think it's going to be worth it.
Yeah. Well, think of all the traveling that you've done in the past doing home parties.
Yes. Yeah. So this will be different, but it's always scared to step into something new and challenge yourself. But it's my goal.
Yeah. Excellent.
And another big thing that I always have in mind for my business, that I really want to make it that it runs itself, so I don't have to necessarily be here. And so this year I'll be challenging myself with that. I'm going to Latvia. That's where I'm from. I'm going to Latvia for 3 weeks. And so I'll be relying on my staff to run the store here and the workshops without me being here. So I'll still work from my computer and stuff, but I would love the ability to be able to travel and go places and stay for longer periods of time rather than being here all the time. So
that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. What a sense of freedom. I can see just by your demeanor and your smile, and that there's like a sense of relief, isn't there, when you set up systems in your business and structure just to work on your business and not always have to be in it.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a big part of my life, knowing that all my family, my siblings, everything is far away. And if I don't make time or make it work for a family to be able to go and visit them, then I don't know, it'd be very sad.
Yeah, so amazing. Thank you so much for all your tips that you're offering our listeners today. If we have one place where we could find you, where should we go? What's your website or your Facebook page?
It's backwards, but it's rustichalkdecor.com. Facebook, Instagram, website.
Everywhere.
Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me and ask me any questions too, if I can help you in any way.
Excellent. Yay. Okay. Thank you so much for your time today. And we will be following you on social media to see those goals that you're looking to achieve in 2019.
Sounds good. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
This is going to be so much fun. So if you haven't yet subscribed to this podcast, I don't want you to miss an episode. Be sure to follow me on Facebook at Jacqueline DIY. And for more free content, video, and solid advice to build your creative workshop business and be inspired, please visit JacquelineDIY.com.